Math grade 6. As you see here, this is the dashboard of the Alif program. This is the dashboard of Alif program. Today we want to learn the surface area of the pyramid. When you want to solve your practice inside the Alif, please go inside big idea here. You will find here many videos. Please show the all videos. It's very important.
A new candy is sold in pyramid-shaped boxes. The amount of material used for each box is based on the surface area. In the pyramid-shaped box, the length of the square-shaped base is 5 centimeters. We can multiply that by 4 to get the perimeter of the base. If we square the length of the base, we see that the area of the base is 25 square centimeters. The slant height, or the height from the middle of the base to the apex, is 4 centimeters. We can substitute these numbers into the formula for surface area. 1/2 times the perimeter of the base times the slant height of the pyramid plus the area of the base. Once we substitute the values in the formula and simplify, we see that the box will cover 65 square centimeters. Today, you will learn how to calculate the area of pyramids.
As you see here, we have next. Please show all videos before you start your solving. Then you can, after you show the all videos here, you can go to this choice. As you see here, you have many icons. Start from this, then go to the explore. Then after explore, here we have the same exercises but difficult than the explore. Then the last step will be my exit ticket. Please solve carefully to get the full mark. Solve carefully, please, to get the full mark. So I want to, from all students today, when you finish your schedule, to go inside your account in Alif program and solve this lesson today, surface area of the pyramid. And you can solve the last lessons, no problem. You can solve the last lessons, but the deadline 4 p.m. The deadline 4 p.m. After 4 p.m. Please don't solve anything to the 12 a.m. to the 12 a.m. After 12 a.m. you can solve it to the 4 p.m. So when you get the time 3 and for example 3 and 59, please stop your solving. Then you can continue your solving after 12 a.m. Okay, this is the time for your work. So today our lesson today, surface area of pyramids. What the meaning of pyramids? What the meaning of pyramids? See with me this video.
What is a pyramid? The only pyramids probably everyone remembers are the ones in Egypt. But that's not the only type of pyramid. Let's erase this and draw the pyramids ourselves. It looks something like this. Notice that it has 1, 2, 3 and 4 vertices. Let us name them A, B, C and D. It has just one base, and this base is a triangle. It's triangle BCD. It has 3 faces and all of them are triangles. The 3 triangles are ABC, ACD and ABD, which is at the back. This is called a triangular pyramid. It's called that because its base is a triangle. Here's another figure. It has one base, which is a square, and this figure had 4 faces, all of which are triangles. It has one triangle placed on each side. This is called a square pyramid since the base is a square. So how do we define a pyramid? A pyramid is a shape which has one base and all other faces are triangles. And the type of pyramid is derived from its base. Triangular base, triangular pyramid. And square base, square pyramid. And remember, all other faces have to be triangles.
As you see here, this is the meaning of the pyramid. Look to the base. Here, in the red shaded here, we have the base triangle. When you have the base triangle, the name of the pyramid will be triangular pyramid. Triangular pyramid, because the base will be triangle. And always, the faces will be triangle. Look to this face, triangle here, a triangle, and inside here, inside, we have a triangle. Always the faces will be a triangle in the pyramid, always. But we will change the base. Maybe will be a triangle, maybe will be square. If the pyramid have a square base, the name of this pyramid, square pyramid, square pyramid. But as you see, always the faces will be triangle. The faces will be what? Will be triangle. So here we have the base will be square, means we have 4 sides. That means we have 4 faces, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the all faces here will be congruent triangle, will be congruent triangles. Why? Why congruent triangles? Because as you know, as you remember, in the square we have 4 equal sides, 4 equal sides. So here we have 4 congruent triangles, 4 congruent triangles. Continue. So today we want to learn how to find the surface area of the pyramids. How to find the surface area of the pyramid. As you see here in this figure, this is open figure. This is open figure for the pyramid. The open figure of the pyramid include the base. This is the base. This is the base. As you see here, the base will be square or rectangle. And the all triangles here, the faces. Here we have 4 sides, means here we have 4 faces, 4 faces. Each face will be a triangle. Each face will be triangle. Always in the pyramid, the faces will be triangles. As you see here, we have the base, regular polygon, square, means 4 equal sides. So we have here the congruent triangle, the congruent triangles. So this is the meaning of the pyramid. So when you want to solve the surface area of the pyramid, you can solve the area of the triangles here, then the area of the base, then you can add the all areas. This is the rule to solve the surface area of the pyramid. See with me now this video to know how to solve the surface area and what.
Welcome to Anywhere Math. I'm Jeff Jacobson, and today we're going to talk about finding the surface area of prisms and pyramids. Let's get started. Today we're going to learn how to find the surface area of prisms and pyramids. And to do that, it's fairly simple. All you do is find the sum of the areas of all the faces, and that's it. That's your surface area. You just add up the areas of every individual face. Okay. So let's look at our first example and get started. Example 1. Let's find the surface area of this rectangular prism. Now, to start off, I'm going to show you how to find the area, the surface area of this prism using a net. And a net is just a 2D, two-dimensional representation of a 3D solid. That's all it is, okay? So basically you can think of, we're gonna kind of cut this and like unfold it. That's basically what you're doing to make a net. Fold down this back, I'm just gonna fold it down. So that'll be like that, okay? Well then I still have this very bottom that's gonna be connected to. There's my bottom. I'm gonna fold down this front, fold it down. So this, maybe I'll make a little note. This was the back, that was the bottom. Now I'm gonna fold down the front. That's gonna be my front. Okay, I'm gonna fold down the side. That's gonna be a little bit skinnier, another rectangle. There's that side. I'm going to do the same thing here on that side. And last but not least, and this is the one thing that a lot of people forget when they're making the net, is the top. And if you remember that, that's great. You can either put it on this side or this side, kind of like it folds all the way over. I'll just go ahead, I'll put it over here. That's going to be the same size as the bottom. So do your best. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. So that is the top, okay? So there's my net, but I'm missing something. Hopefully you notice that I don't have any of my lengths in there. So let's add that. This length here is the same as here, right? Been folded up, or you can think of the front, folded up. That was the kind of the height of my front and back. So that's going to be here. So I'm going to label that 3 inches. This is also 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches, right? Let's see, what else? Well, this length here, 4 inches, right? That's the same here, 4, 4, 4. So maybe I'll just put it there. That'd be easy. The length going back on my side here was 7 inches. So that's here, 7 inches, 7 inches, 7 inches, all of those going along. Maybe I'll put it here, 7 inches, okay? And that's good enough, right? So with this, now hopefully it's making a little bit more sense and looking a little bit easier on how to find the area. Now that it's 2D, right? We just have a whole bunch of rectangles and we know how to find the area of that. So back and front, kind of the key with this is to be organized. So I'll just say back and front. Well, 3 times 4 is 12, but I've got 2 of them, the back and the front, so that's going to give me 24. Let's do this let's do the 2 sides. Okay. I've got these 2 sides here, side and side. Well, that's going to be 3. I'm sorry. I'm missing a. Yeah, that's going to be 3. This is also 3. I'll just put that there, 3 and 3. 3 times 7 is 21, times 2 sides that are the same, they're congruent. 21 and 21 is, got too many pens, 42. Then I've got my top and bottom. Okay. The bottom, 4 times 7 would give me 28. 28 times 2, because there's top and bottom, they're both congruent, is 56. And remember, surface area is just the sum of all of the faces. So my last step is just to add all of those up, okay? And if I do that, let's see, 56 and 24 is 60, 80, plus 42 is 122. So maybe I'll write, let's see, I'll put it up here. SA for surface area is 122. And at the end, I got to remember my units, inches, but it's area, so it's inches squared for my final answer, okay? So that's how you find the area, the surface area of a rectangular prism using a net, okay? Here's some to try on your own. All right, example 2. let's find the surface area of this triangular prism. So we're going to do it using a net again. When you're making the nets, there's not just one way to make the net. It all depends on how you want to fold it out, and one way or the other, it doesn't matter. So if you make your net a little bit different than mine, that's okay, as long as you're getting the same result. We got a bottom rectangle right there. That's the bottom. Yeah, you can see that. And really, I think it helps a lot if you label, right? It can get very confusing. So my suggestion is to label just like I'm doing here. So this is going to fold out, and it's going to look something like that. This is going to fold forward. It's going to look something like that. So that's going to be the back. That's going to be the front. Then we have this side here is kind of small. That's something like that, the side. And then again, the one that a lot of people forget, the top, I'm going to fold it the other way. And it should be a lot longer than this, but I don't have a lot of room, so just bear with me. That's going to be the top. Now let's add our lengths in there. So let's see. Here, 12 centimeters. 8 centimeters here on this side. 8 centimeters. 5 centimeters is here, the height there, 5 centimeters. It's also here, even though it doesn't look like it. My drawing, my net's not perfect. 13 centimeters along there, okay? And that's also 5 centimeters. That's also 5 centimeters, that's fine. Let's see, the top, we've got 8 there. Let's see, what else? This length here is also 13 centimeters. And I mentioned that, right? It's not, it should be longer, but oh well. Okay. So now I think we're ready. Now here, it's not going to be quite as simple as the prism because we don't have, I mean, some of our shapes are doubled, right? The back and the front are the same, but top, bottom, side, they're not the same. So you can't just multiply it by 3. So just be careful on that. Let's start with the back and the front. Finding the area of a triangle. Remember, base times height divided by 2. But because I have 2 of them, I'm not going to divide by 2 because I could divide it by 2 and then do the same thing, add them together, and I'd have a whole. So I'm just going to do base times height and not divide it by 2. And that'll give me the 2 triangles. So that's going to be, let's see, base times height, 12 times 5. Remember, this is not the height of the triangle, right? Height, the base and the height have to be perpendicular. So 12 times 5 is 60. Again, I could divide by 2, and that would be 30, but I've got 2 of them, so 30 and 30 gives me 60 again. So there's my front and back. Let's go with the side. 5 times 8 is 40. That's simple. The bottom's going to be 12 times 8. That's what, 96. And finally, the top is going to be 13 times 8. Let's see, top. 13 times 8. What's that going to be? 80, 104. 104. Yeah. And finally, for surface area, it's the sum of all of those faces. So I'm going to add them all up. And my surface area, let's see, that's 200, right? 300, sorry. 300. And now I got to remember units, centimeters, but it's area, so 300 centimeters squared for my final answer. Here's some more to try on your own. Example 3, we have a square pyramid. We've already done a couple prisms. Now let's move on to pyramids. Same thing, find the surface area. Let's make a net. So first thing, it's a square pyramid, so my base is a square. That's going to be simple. Oh, sorry, I'll get a different color. There's my square. all the sides, you should know all the sides of a pyramid are going to be triangles. And because it's a square, they're all going to be the same. They're all going to be congruent. So I'll have a triangle there. When I fold down that back, I'll have a triangle on this side. When I fold that one over, triangle down here. When I fold the front down, and this side fold it over will give me a triangle there. Okay. Now let's add in some length. So that's going to be 7 meters, 7 meters, 7 meters, 7 meters. It's a square. Now here, this 10 meters, that notice it's on the surface of the triangle itself. It's not inside. It's not the height of the pyramid, right? The height would be coming from the base all the way to that vertex at the top. Instead, it's the height of the triangle here. It's on this slant. It's called the slant height. Okay. And when we start to do volume of pyramids, then that's really important to know that compared to the height of the pyramid. But we have that because we need it to find surface area. So that is the height here of the triangles, right? The faces, those triangles. So that's going to be, what, 10 meters. Okay. So now we have everything we need to find the surface area. So let's go ahead. I'll just start with the base. That's the simplest. The base, 7 times, remember this is a square, so I'll put a 7 there, 7 meters. 7 times 7 is 49, so the area of my base is 49. Now, the area of one of my triangles would be 7, the base, times that height. 7 times 10 is 70, divided by 2, because it's a triangle. But we have 4 of them. So if you think about it, this and this would be a hole, that and that would be a hole. So instead of dividing by 2, so here are if you want, you can find the area of each one. I'm just kind of showing you a shortcut. So I'm going to call these the sides. So that would be 7 times 10 is 70. Divided by 2 would be 35, but then I'd have to multiply it by 4, right? Multiply by 4 would divide by 2, so that would be the same thing as just multiplying that by 2, which is 140. Okay, and if you're not following, just do it the long way, and you should notice that will be 35, 35, which is 70. 35 and 35 is 70. 70 and 70 is 140. Okay. And finally, surface area, add it all up. 140 plus 49 is 189. Units will be meters squared. Here's an example to try on your own. Thank you.
Here we have a new vocabulary. What the meaning of a pyramid? What the meaning of a pyramid is a 3-dimensional figure with at least 3 triangular sides that meet at a common vertex. Vertex means the angles. And only of base that is a polygon. So little faces, the triangular sides of a square pyramid. The slant height is the height of each lateral faces. For example, in this example 1, the question here, find the surface area of the pyramid. As you see here in this figure, we have pyramid, but this is open figure. This is open figure. As you see here at the middle here, we have the base. We have the base. The base here will be square. When the base will be square means the 4 sides are equals. This side equal this side equal this side equal this side. If the total here will be 7, means here 7, means here 7, and means here 7. And as you see here, we have four faces, lateral faces. The kind of the face, as you see, always in the pyramid, always the kind of the face will be triangle. Here we have triangle, here we have triangle, here we have triangle, here we have triangle. Now, to solve the surface area, find the areas of the four triangles here, then the area of the square, then add the all areas. But as you see here, we have four congruent triangle. So it's enough to solve the first triangle, the area of the first triangle, then multiply the answer by 4. Multiply the answer by 4 because here we have four congruent triangle, So I will start here, write 4. What's the meaning of the 4? We have four congruent triangle. Then here between parentheses, we have the rule of the area. We have the rule of the area of the triangle. 1/2 multiply by the base of the triangle, multiply by the height of the triangle. What is the value of the base? This is the base of the triangle. This side equal this side. Here 7 means here 7. So we can write here the value of the B will be 7. And the height of the triangle, the red line here, as you see the value here 9. So I can write here the height will be 9. So this is the area of the one triangle multiplied by the 4 because we have four congruent triangle. Plus, now we can add the area of the base. As you see here, the base will be what? Will be square. How to solve the area of the square? Side times side, or side multiplied by the side, or side squared. A means the side of the square. Means A. A squared, the rule to solve the area of the square. Now substitute, put the value. Here we have 4. Here we have 1/2. And the value of B, the base, as you see, 7. And the value of the height will be 9. And the total of the side of square will be what? Will be 7. So A squared means here we have 7 squared. Now you can start to solve. The order operation here for the parentheses. Start inside parentheses. We have 9 multiplied by 7. 9 multiplied by 7, 63. 63 multiplied by 1 will be 63. 63 divided by 2. 63 divided by 2 will be 31.5. And here we have 4. So I can write 4 multiplied by 31.5 plus 7 exponent 2 means 7 times 7. 7 times 7 will be what? Will be 49. Now here we have 4 multiplied by 31.5. 4 multiplied by 31.5 means the answer here 126. Plus 49. 126 plus 49 will be what? Will be 175. And the unit here will be centimeter squared. I will repeat. This figure, this is open figure for the pyramid. How to solve the surface area? SA means surface area. We don't have fixed rule here. We can solve the area of the base. Then we can solve the areas of the little faces. Then we can add the all areas. Because here we have the square, and as you know, the square has 4 equal sides, means we have 4 congruent faces. And the kind of these faces will be triangles. So I can solve the area of this triangle, and the area of this triangle, and the area of this triangle, and the area of this triangle. Then the area of the base, then I can add the all areas. This is the meaning of surface area. But if I have the faces congruent triangles, I can solve the first one, the first triangle, then I can multiply the answer by 4. because I have the 4 triangles. I have the 4 triangles. So I can write here 4 because I have 4 triangles. Then I can write the rule of the area of the triangle. As you know, as you remember, the area of the triangle 1/2 multiplied by the base of the triangle multiplied by the height of the triangle. Then I can add the area of the square. How to solve the area of the square? Side times side, or side squared, or side squared. Side times side, or side squared. So I can write a squared, a squared. What's the meaning of the a? The side of the square, the side of the square. Then I can substitute. I can put the value of the variable here. What is the value of the b? The base of the triangle here. This side equal this side. So here 7 means here what? Here 7. So put here 7. And the height here, this is the red line here. This is the height, or the slanted height. Here will be 9. Here will be 9. And the total of the side of the square, as you see here, will be 7. Will be 7. Now I can write here 4, here 1/2, the value of the B 7, the value of the H 9, and the value of the A, and the value of the A 7. Now, how to solve? Start from the order of operation here between parentheses. 9 multiplied by 7. 9 multiplied by 7 will be 63. 9 multiplied by 7 will be 63. Multiply by 1. Multiply by 1. 63 multiplied by 1 will be 63. 63 divided by 2. 63 divided by 2 will be 31.5. Will be 31.5. And here before the parentheses we have 4. 4 multiplied by 31.5 plus 7 exponent 2 means 7 times 7 means we have 49. Now 4 multiplied by 31.5 will be 126. 126 plus 49 will be 175. 175 centimeter squared. Centimeter squared. The second example here, find the surface area of the pyramid. Find the surface area of the pyramid. Here we have the pyramid. As you see here at the bottom, here we have the base. Here we have the base square. So the total of this base will be 3. So it means here 3, here 3, here 3, here 3. And as you see here, all faces will be what? Will be triangle. Will be triangle. So I have in the base 4 sides, because here we have square, means I have 4 faces, 4 congruent triangles. 4 congruent triangles. This is the first one. And this is the second one. And this is the third one. And this is the fourth one. And this is the fourth one. So we have 4 congruent triangles, and we have the base square. So how to solve the surface area? How to solve the surface area? We can solve the area of the first triangle, then second, then the third, then the fourth triangle. Then we can add the area of the base. We can add the area of the base. But here we have the congruent. Here we have the congruent triangles. So we can solve just the area of one triangle, then multiply the answer by 4. Why multiply by 4? Because we have 4 congruent triangles. So I can write here 4 because we have 4 congruent triangles. Then I can write the area of the triangle 1/2 multiplied by the base multiplied by the height. Plus, what's the meaning of a squared? A, the total of the side of square. As you know, when we want to solve the area of the square, just multiply side by side. A times A times A means A exponent to A squared, A squared. Now, we can substitute with the value of the variable. Here we have 4, here we have 1/2. Here we have the value of the base. The value of the base will be 3. And the height here, the red line, as you see here, we have 5. And A here will be 3. Now, how to solve the order operation between parentheses? The order operation between parentheses. 5 multiplied by 3, 5 multiplied by 3 will be 15. 15 multiplied by 1 will be 15. 15 divided by 2 will be 7.5. I will repeat. 5 multiplied by 3 will be 15. 15 multiplied by 1 will be 15. 15 divided by 2 will be 7.5. And here before the parentheses we have 4. So now I can write 4 multiplied by 7.5 plus 3 exponent 2. 3 exponent 2 means 3 times 3. 3 exponent 2 means 3 times 3 will be 9. Will be 9. Now 4 multiply 7.5. 4 multiply 7.5 will be 30. Plus 9 plus 9. 30 plus 9 will be 39. 30 plus 9 will be 39 inch squared. Inch squared. Because here we have surface area. When you measure the surface area, use inch squared. Use inch squared. And here we have some videos. When you have a free time, you can see the all videos here. And this is our lesson today. This is our lesson today. Now, who has a question now? Who has question now?
No one.
No one.
Is it clear for all?
Yes.
What is that? What is the title of
Yes.
the lesson? What we learned today? What is the title of our lesson?
Surface area of pyramid.
The surface area of the pyramid. The surface area of the pyramid. How to solve the surface area of the pyramid? Solve the area of the base, then solve the area of the lateral faces, then add the all areas. Add the all areas. It's clear for all?
Clear.
Okay, let
Clear.
us attendance.
Clear.
I want to remember you, we have a survey in the dashboard of Microsoft Teams. If you don't did this, please do this today. Do this today, please. The second issue, I want to remember you about Alif program, please. I want all girls to start to solve the practice today. We have the same lesson, and you can go to the previous lessons, no problem.
Mr. When we can do it? Just on 12 p.m. and 12 a.m. until 4 p.m.
You can do it after 12 a.m. to the 4 p.m.
We can
Now,
do it before 12.
yes, after 12 a.m. Between 4 p.m. and 12, please don't do anything. Okay? You can do it just after 12 a.m. to the 4 p.m. يعني من الساعة 12 صباحا للساعة 4 بعد العصر ممكن انه تشتغلي بألف. اما بعد الساعة 4 من صارت الساعة 3:59 عصرا وقفي، لا عاد حدا يشتغل لانه لن تحسب ساعات العمل، بصير شغلكم على الفاضي. من الساعة اذا 3:59 عصرا الى الساعة 12 ليلا منتصف الليل، هون لا حدا يشتغل شيء بألف. بس تقطع الساعة 12 يبلش يوم جديد معك تشتغل من الساعة 12 بعد الساعة 12 إلى الساعة 4 عصرا. بس صارت 3:59 وقف لأنه لن يحسب العمل. واضح؟ طيب اليازيا.
مستر موجودة مستر.
بيكا.
موجودة.
روضة.
مستر أنا موجودة مستر.
موجودة.
يس روضة موجودة. تمام. سارة. سلمى. سلمى سلمى. احنا يا جماعة الحضور بيأثر على العلامات، يعني في عندي الطلاب عم تغيب كثير، الغياب بيأثر على العلامة، يعني يغيب كثير ما عاد علامته تصبح من 100، كيف ما كان راح يروح له 10 علامات على الغياب. لذلك الرجاء الالتزام بالحضور، الحضور عليه علامات يعني.
مستر
نعم.
عادي اطلع؟
اللي طلع اسمه أخذ الغياب بإمكانه يطلع، بس رجاء الالتزام بالحضور رجاء. عائشة.
عادي اطلع؟
نعم عائشة.
باي.
عائشة absent. طيب فاطمة. فاطمة.
Yes.
ليان.
Yes.
مذكركم الله يرضى عليكم، بس في برنامج ألف بشكل يومي ندخل عليه ونحاول نحل أكبر قدر ممكن، بس مثل ما قلت لكم بين الساعة 4 العصر، بعد الساعة 4 العصر للساعة 12 لا نحل، لأنه لن تحسب ساعات العمل بهالوقت هذا. الساعات العمل تحسب من بعد الساعة 12 صباحا بداية يوم الجديد يعني إلى الساعة 4 عصرا. 3:59 بنوقف. Okay, this is our lesson today. Today we learned how to find the surface area of the pyramid. Thank you for your listening. Have a nice day and have a nice weekend. See you inshallah. See you next week. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.